My name is Sarah, for anyone who doesn't know me watching this, which is incredibly unlikely, but that's okay. Hi! So I wanted to start doing this and making these videos because I am a really big reader, but I've kind of been falling off of it, and I, I'm I'm unemployed right now, kind of. And it's very easy to just like be on your phone all day and watch reality TV, which is super fun. And I will do it right after this video is over, probably. But I also really want to get back into reading and just not waste my life away. So I wanted to start this channel because I want some sort of like accountability situation where I have to tell someone um, that I haven't read the books I wanted to, or just also some sort of like progress report as I go. So yeah, I thought about making this and really just use it as a little bit of a push to get started and some encouragement. And also, if anybody else out there, which I really doubt anyone is watching this, but like if anyone else out there really used to read all day, every day, all the time, and then kind of dropped off and is looking to get back in it, we're not alone. And shit is hard, honestly. And the world is crazy right now. The election was last week. That's awesome. It's not fuck Trump. But so we're trying to get into it again. I'm gonna do once a week. I'm gonna do these videos, and it's gonna kind of be a like, these are the books I read last week. Here's what I think of them. And here are the books I'm looking to read this week. And there will definitely be books that are there multiple weeks. I don't expect to finish my list every week, but any progress will be good. And yeah, so let's start with the books I read not in the last week, but in the last bit of time because I don't want to come with nothing. Um, so I read this book while I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. And I finished it a couple of weeks ago and I really really liked it a lot. I thought it was super interesting and I really the part that was the most interesting to me it's was the was the concentration on the way that the world influences artists and then that influences their art, which influences the culture. And I just thought that was super interesting, and I really, really liked that. And I also really liked this author's writing as well. I thought was so great, and so I actually bought another one of his books. It's going to be on my to read this next week, and I will tell you. I read another book that's not here. I think it was called Water Outlaws, and I actually donated it this week right after I finished reading it. I thought it was okay. It was about this woman um in like it was a historical fiction with I believe it was in China, and it was this um this soldier. She was an officer, and she was really fucking badass and cool. And then she is one of the higher ups attempts to sexually assault her, and she reacts and attacks him because she's being attempted to sexually assault. Fair, my girl. And then she is then punished. She's set like the high up official who has attempted to sexually assault her has a reputation for doing that, and so she didn't think it would happen to her, and so she then is branded a criminal, and she's kind of on her way to a prison where they're gonna kill her. She finds out the soldiers accompanying her are gonna kill her, so then she's kind of rescued by some women who she had trained, and she then becomes an outlaw, and The book was it also there's magic in there as well. The book was interesting, but I struggle sometimes with books. My TV just changed the screensaver. I struggle sometimes with books that have to do with soldiers realizing that the system they serve is corrupt, because I feel like it takes so long for them to like they realize that it's corrupt, and then they still hold on to the like I didn't there's still some hope that like it's still okay, and like no. And I really struggle with that's like a very common trope in like fantasy books, which this one was, it was magic. But like that every time it just annoys me so much. It feels like it takes them fucking forever to be like, "Huh, I'm serving a ruler who is terrible. Maybe the system is bad and everyone in it is bad." And like it takes them just forever, and it drives me fucking insane. If anybody's read the Throne of Glass books, like Kale just drives me so I hate him so hard until later when he's like, "Huh, everything I've lived for has been terrible." But like it takes him like 5 books to get there, and it's so frustrating. That she wasn't that bad, but I did feel like it wasn't my favorite, which is fine. And then I also read this one. It's a library book cuz I'm cool as hell and also poor. So, this one I didn't love, but honestly, it's really my fault. I'm a full drinking that dumb bitch juice about it because I saw it's like present it's the show Feud, Capote and the Swans, the Ryan Murphy show, is based on this book. So I was like, awesome, lit. Let's read about this fucking feud. It's gonna be great. But no, that's not what the book is about. The book is, I don't know if you can see, it's called Capote's Women, not called Feud. So the book is not about the feud at all, really. It's about all of these different women who Truman Capote then exploited their friendship with and then really hung them out to dry publicly. But like the book is really not about him betraying them. It's just about the women who he betrayed and their lives, and also his life. And I wanted it to be about the feud. And so it wasn't what I wanted, but truly that like that's on me for being a fucking dumbass. So like that's about me, honestly. But yes, I did read that one. I'm returning it to the library tomorrow, so yay. So if you're in New York, it's going to be available soon. It's going to be ready for you to pick up. Um sorry, my hair's really doing a whole I'm doing a whole thing. I'm in pajamas. It's a day. So, the first book on my to be TBR is Moonglow. It's by Michael Chabon. I'm not sure. But it's the same guy who wrote this one. I picked up this one, and it I think is a biography of his grandfather's life, and I just really thought his writing was so interesting, and I really liked it, so I got this book. And also like I just think the cover is lovely. And then it's striped. I don't know. I love an understated cover, I guess, but I think it's really stunning. So, I got this one. I'm really excited. I'm only 45 pages in, but it's really nice. And yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I got this one from the library. It's called Acts of Service. Yes, that's a naked woman. This is not a sticky note, it's part of the cover. I'm about 75 pages in this one. I'm really liking this one so far. I honestly, I was watching a Jack Edwards video, and he did this thing where they were old, where he had like 10 books, and then he read the first sentence out of them, and then he ranked them. And so I was watching it, and so many of them sounded really interesting, and so I would put them on hold request on the library, the ones that sounded really interesting. And now I have so many books on like to pick up at the library, because if you've ever done holds at the library, you know, like they're either ready tomorrow or in 2 years. Like, and all of them were ready tomorrow. So I gotta pick some up, but that's fine. But this is one of those that I like just thought sounded so interesting. I'll read you the first sentence because it is what got me. But it's, I had hundreds of nudes stored on my phone, but I'd never sent them to anyone. And I was like, I want to read that fucking book. So yeah, I really like it. It's one that like I would have read this in college and been obsessed with it. Ugh, but I really like it now. It's about this girl who is in a lesbian relationship, but she's not feeling sexually fulfilled, I guess. I think more she's just worried that she's not like living up to her sexual potential. Like sexual potential sounds wrong, but like she's not living up to her, like shouldn't she be this really exciting person who's having all this crazy sex and like a, and doing all this stuff, and instead she's in this very stable relationship with someone who like really loves her but maybe isn't as like isn't not attracted to her, but is really, they fell in love before they saw each other. So her girlfriend really loves her for who she is, but isn't like as obsessed with her physical appearance. And this girl really just wants that, she wants to be like looked at and kind of objectified and really like obsessed, like she wants to be liked for her physical appearance. And and so she posts some nudes on, I think it's like Craigslist or something like that, but it's one of, and it's like no face. And this woman reaches out to her, and this woman is in it was in a couple, and they kind of want our main character, whose name is Eve. I swear I have read part of this. Her name is Eve. They want Eve to join their couple, but not like couple to throuple, just like hook up with the two of them. And so she does, and then kind of the dynamics of that, and also, but I just find it really interesting the questions of like it, if there are like the questions of like if there are things in a, like if you're having sex with someone and it's kind of crossing a line that you know isn't okay, but you're okay with it, or you find it really like sexually exciting, how does that work? Does that, or and just the like the boundaries of relationships, and also like what you need versus what society has told you need. It's, I'm making it sound not very whatever, but like I'm really really enjoying it. I'm gonna finish this one soon because it's pretty short, and I just really like it. I really, I think there's a lot recently with art in general wants to make sex either like this very clean, polished, like, oh, we were in love, then we had sex, and we're in love some more. Like, and I think that sex really is a part so much of relationships, and it changes the relationship, and then the relationship changes the sex. And like I really like the messiness of this, and how the sex is inherently part of the messiness. And also too like the kind of the messiness of sexuality in general, of like she's in this lesbian relationship, but then in this couple she's mostly, she's like only really having sex with the man. And so also kind of the shame of like, I hate men. I hate men, but I'm very attracted to this specific guy. But also it's because he's like kind of fucked up, but in a way that like really speaks to the way that I'm fucked up. Is that okay? I just think it's really interesting. I really like it. I will I will tell you how it ends. Not how it ends, but I'll tell you if I like the ending next week, because I'm going to do this weekly and I'm going to get on a schedule and we're going to be great. Consistency. Oh my god, so I have this one's my next one on my to be read. It's called The Bee Sting, also from the library. It's a whopper. Um I have checked this out from the library multiple times. And every time I do, I don't finish it in time because you only can check it out for a couple of weeks. I never finish it, and then I give it back, and then I'm like, next time I'm gonna read it. I was gonna give up on it, and then I swear I listened to other book recommendations, but Jack Edwards, I think, said that he really enjoyed this book, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. And I got to the last time I checked it out, I maybe got to like 100 pages in, and I did really enjoy it. It was much better than I thought it was. I'm just a little. I think the actual plot I don't love, but the writing and like the humor in the writing I think is really fun and really interesting. So we're gonna give this one another try. We can do it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So yeah, that is it. Those are all my to be read. Next week I'll update on how that's going. And yeah, that's it also looks like it's midnight outside. It's like 5 p.m. It just looks very dark. Daylight savings. Um so yeah, really excited. I doubt, like I said, I don't think anybody will ever watch or is actually going to watch these. The internet's a very big place, and yeah, if you want to find me, I'm not really on any other social media. So good luck. My name is Sarah Westbrook. Yeah, that's it. I will see my one friend who I forced to watch this. I will see you next week, and I love you. Okay. Thanks. Bye.